Do you guys know what misophonia is? I don't think it's an official disorder, but a lot of people have it, and it's basically a strong trigger reaction to certain sounds. It could be something subtle like a pencil tapping or water dripping, but someone has a really strong disproportionate reaction to it, like rage or terror. I may have had a mild case of it when I was a kid and people would eat chips near me. I remember wanting to kill them, but it was certain people, so jury's still out on if that was misophonia or not. Either way, I've worked with several people now with pretty severe misophonia, and it turns out that it's a side effect of repression and buried emotions. And it makes complete sense. The way that we work with people in KI to resolve emotional repression is by asking certain questions and putting up certain people in front of them to provoke or elicit up the repression commands and the buried emotions so they can be made conscious. With misophonia, we can use the triggering sounds to do the very same thing. So like with most suffering states, with skillful tools, you can actually use the triggers to get free. Whether it's depression or anxiety or chronic pain or addiction or self-sabotage or shame or self-hatred or high sensitivity or misophonia, it's all the same process. We have to get to the unconscious buried emotions and the repression mechanism in the body and make that conscious. The sort of tragicomic irony here is that most people are trying to manage the symptoms of emotional repression in ways that keep the emotional repression in place, or they're avoiding the triggers that arise from the emotional repression in ways that do the same thing, instead of using the symptoms and the triggers to get free. It would be like if you had a big, beautiful lawn, but an old, decrepit, mean problem dog that just shat all over it daily, just shat way too much on this lawn, right? And you spent time and money cleaning up the lawn every day, just inordinate amounts of shit. And you even invented a new pooper scooper machine that was so effective that it got patented and put on the market, and you began to make a lot of money off of it, and you started to benefit from all the shit in the yard. Everybody knew your name. It was in the paper, it was on TV. You became world famous, right? You got adulation, people celebrated you. Your family was safe and secure financially, right? And this went on for years. And yet all of that poop scooping daily just really began to take its toll, Started to wear you out. You were exhausted physically and emotionally and spiritually, till one day when you were completely at your limit and you couldn't even bring yourself to clean up one more pile of poop. In a moment of clarity, you had the revelation, why don't we get rid of the damn dog? That's actually pretty close to the trajectory of what happens to people with emotional repression. So if you're ready to resolve your emotional repression and get rid of the damn dog, visit repressiontest.com.